The US dollar is heading for its biggest monthly gain in nearly a year, as investors position ahead of key US inflation data that could reinforce expectations for at least one Federal Reserve rate hike this year. The move comes as markets increasingly price in a more aggressively monetary stance from the Fed following recent economic signals and geopolitical shifts. The dollar has surged to a 13-month high against the euro, pushing the single currency below the 1.14 level. Sterling has slipped to its weakest level in 7 months, while the Japanese yen continues to hover near 40-year lows around 161.79 per dollar. The dollar index, which tracks the greenback against 6 major peers, is holding near 101.5 after briefly touching 101.8, its highest peak in over a year. Markets have dramatically repriced expectations for US interest rates, where traders previously expected rate cuts this year. Many now anticipate a possible Fed hike as early as October, with some even pricing in a second move by year end. US 2-year Treasury yields have climbed nearly 14 basis points this month, reflecting the sharp shift in short-term rate expectations, while European and UK yields have moved far less in comparison. In commodities, gold remains under pressure from the stronger dollar and rising rate expectations. Spot gold briefly fell below $4,000 an ounce for the first time in more than 7 months and continues to hover near that level. The metal has dropped sharply from its recent highs as investors move away from non-yielding assets in favor of high-return dollar instruments. Market participants say ETF outflows and a shift into equities, particularly driven by the AI rally, are also weighing on sentiment. Attention now turns to US inflation data, particularly the Fed's preferred core PCE reading for May. Economists expect inflation to remain well above the central bank's 2% target, reinforcing the argument for tighter monetary policy. Traders are watching closely for any surprise that could further strengthen the dollar and pressure global currencies and commodities. In other metals, silver has edged higher, while platinum has slipped and palladium has posted modest gains. Overall, however, the broader tone across precious metals remains subdued amid expectations of prolonged US monetary tightening. With the dollar firmly in control, markets across FOREX, bonds, and commodities continue to adjust to a rapidly changing US interest rate outlook. All eyes remain on inflation data, which could determine whether this dollar rally has further room to run or begin to cool.